Welcome back to Chamber Chat. We are having so much fun in the studio today. Blue-Mclean from the Inverness Yoga and Wellness Center is here today, co-hosting with me. And in this final segment, you're going to teach us some poses, and you promised to go easy on me.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I am so delighted to be here to represent my studio, but also to talk about wellness. And as a whole, it's so beneficial for us as baby boomers and young people coming, and even for the teens. It's never too late and it's never too early to get started on a healthy lifestyle. And one of the ways that we can do it is through yoga and Pilates and Tai Chi. But today we're going to talk about some simple poses with yoga. All of the poses can be modified no matter what shape, size, fitness level, anything. We have the chair here, so we're going to use the chair for some of the poses, and if we have time, we might even get a little bit of a twist going on one of the chairs. So the first one we want to do is a warrior pose. Okay. You're going to step your right foot out. You're going to bend the knee over the ankle, and your back foot's going to get turned in about 45 degrees. Then we're going to square your hips toward the front. So like I like to say is look forward. And then on an inhale, lift your arms up and look up if you can. And then gently pull your shoulders down away from your ears and find your gaze. So what we're doing here is we're working the strength in our legs. And if your arms get too tired here, this is a modification. You can simply bring those hands down to your waist and still maintain that pose. We would hold this for a couple breaths, just depending on your capability, how strong you are, and how you feel good here. Some people hold for 2 breaths, some people can hold for 20. It makes absolutely no, you're looking good, absolutely.
Good. And it feels good already.
Does it feel good? Yeah, so what are you doing is you're aligning yourself. You're getting yourself nice and tall and elongated here in the spine. So let's flow into what I call, let's bring our arms back up for this warrior one more time, and let's flow into our warrior 2. We're going to take a breath, and as we exhale, we turn to the right, or
I'll face you.
Yes, face me. Bring the arms down to shoulder height, and now look out over that front hand. So here becomes a focus point. So yoga is about the mind, the body, and the soul. So here your mind is focusing on the tips of that front hand. So at this point, you can't be thinking about anything else. You're thinking about keeping your arms nice and tall and strong here. Your legs are nice and strong as well. So we would hold this for however many breaths that you could, depending on your capability. So let's take our arms down as a modification here as well, as long as we just keep that foundation, and you're doing well. Again, that can be modified by holding on to the back of the chair and just standing here. And we'll just simply come out of it and come back up.
I like that.
Take a breath, and it's all about the breath. Yes. So you've noticed that I did the inhale is preparing for a pose, and on the exhale, we're actually performing the pose. It's very graceful. It's almost like a dance when you think about it. You're connecting with your breath.
It really is, and
really
you feel
flows.
your muscles start to warm up as well.
Exactly, and that's the other thing with yoga. You want to take it breath by breath. You don't want to rush into things, The more we rush is when we have our accidents. We stumble, we fall. So with yoga, it teaches us to slow it down, get connected with your breath. And as you are breathing, your muscles are saying, oh, okay, you want me to relax. Oh, I can relax. And the more you relax into the poses, the more your muscles stretch. And that's where the flexibility comes in. And that's where your strength comes in as well.
And it really helps you just kind of focus on what you're doing in that moment.
Exactly. So the next one is, speaking of in the moment, the next one we want to do is a balance. Now everyone says, oh, I can't balance, I can't balance, I can't balance. Well, it's practice, Our bodies are designed to have both feet on the floor. Right?
Yes.
So then when you take one off, the mind is going, what the heck are you doing, But this is where, again, that mind and body connection comes, because you have to focus here in order to stay balanced. I'm going to step closer to those chairs so that I can show our viewers the modification of this tree pose. Tree pose is the most common balance pose in yoga. You're going to simply bring your foot to your calf, or if you had the capability to bring it all the way up into your thigh. But I'm going to keep it right here at the calf.
Don't show off now.
I'm not.
I know you're good at this.
Again, we want to keep this nice length in our spine so that our breath is not inhibited at all. We're going to inhale our arms up, and you can hold it here or bring them down to your heart center. Or if you wish, you could hang out onto this chair, and just so long as you're focused on a point, you could stay here for several mini breaths. And of course, we want to stay balanced. We would do the other side with that warrior and with this tree pose as well. But for today's purposes, we're just doing one side. Looking good.
How am I doing?
You're doing excellent. But it's all about how do you feel? How do you think you're doing? Try to think about your to-do list while doing this.
I don't even want to think about it.
Exactly, exactly. So in this moment, you are literally in this present moment and not having everything else go in the commotion. You know, life is crazy these days. The economy, everything that's floating around us. Yoga gives you that opportunity to go inward and find that stillness within you.
And that inner peace.
And that inner peace, which we all need.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And they can learn more about yoga, Pilates, and all the other wonderful things that you have going on at the Inverness Yoga and Wellness Center in downtown Inverness.
Exactly.
Lace Blue-Mclean, thank you so much for co-hosting.
I appreciate it. Oh, it was fun.
Yes, and I also want to mention, be sure to like Nature Coast Healthy Living on Facebook, and while you're at it, like Chamber Chat as well.
Yes, and Inverness Yoga and Wellness Center with Facebook page as well.
That's right. Citrus County, thank you so much for watching another edition of Chamber Chat. Happiness and health to you in the new year. We'll see you next week.
Happy New Year.